Now that the ratings for Rachel Zegler's Snow White has officially come out and it's terrible. I expected it to be terrible. Now let's take a look at the official numbers we can expect, especially this evening. How much is going to earn this evening, Thursday night previews, heading into Friday tomorrow and into the weekend. Now, the industry expectation initially was 60 plus million to 70 million. That was a few weeks ago when it became very apparent that this film was going to be a massive failure for Disney in terms of reviews and ticket sales. They scaled down the, how will I put it, the ticket number purchase and projections in general. So what's happening at this point in time is that if you go to some media sites like Deadline, they're already projecting anywhere between 45 million to 55 million. If you go to Box Office Pro, they still believe the film will earn $15 million this weekend in the United States alone. But I have a theory. I feel this film will earn below 40 million this Sunday once it's all said and done in its first 3 days. And let me explain why. If you go to a man called Luis Fernando, he is a person I follow and I've been following him for the last 6, 7 years. He is, for me personally, the best box office analyst I've ever seen. He is projecting that this film will earn between 40 million to 50 million. And he's saying that the ticket purchase is currently going on for this film is on track with the Mufasa film that came out in December. If you go back to December, Mufasa the Lion King made $35 million in its first weekend. I understand that film legged out, got a lot of money in the end. It is now currently over 700 million. But scratch that. That is December, and December generally tends to carry families along over and over the weeks compared to like right now in spring and all that. So let me go on with the Mufasa numbers. Now this is from Luis Fernando. He says that this is now the moment of truth for Snow White starring Rachel Zegler along with Gal Gadot as the evil queen, because it's going to kick off its global rollout on Wednesday ahead of its US debut on Friday. And check this out. This film has already opened in Korea. It is less than, at least the debut numbers is currently less than $100,000+ in Korea alone. That is a major, major, major problem. As I speak to you right now, in Korea, it is grossing just $154,000. That's a problem. That's a problem. A very, very big problem as we speak right now. You cannot have a huge country like Korea only earn you $154,000 in its first Wednesday opening. So that's a very bad number already. And he says that word of mouth in Korea is very, very negative. It only receives at least a rating of 7 out of 10. If he said that the film will be very lucky to reach $1 million over its 5-day opening in Korea. Now, if we step back and then look at his US numbers, the US projections he has for this film, he's saying that the film will earn anywhere between 40 million to 50. So what happens now is that if this film, let's say, earns 40 million in the United States and goes on to earn, I don't know, 45 to 50 million internationally, and remember, it's opening in almost every major country this weekend. So it won't have any excuses as to why it cannot earn more money overseas. Disney was originally banking on ticket sales to be better in the European markets, but it's not happening. And this is what he's saying now. He's saying that industry is betting all on walk-ups. There's something called walk-ups. Walk-ups means that you're not pre-ordering your tickets ahead of the time you want to go see the film, like people do this modern day and age for any blockbuster generally. So you buy your tickets ahead of time. So walk-ups means you just wake up one morning, go to the theater, pay for your ticket, and go watch the movie. So he's saying that industry currently now, because of how bad the pre-sales are for Snow White, they are betting that people wake up from their bed this weekend and go to the theaters and pay for the film, because the pre-sales tell a sadder story. Currently, the pre-sales for Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, are similar to Mufasa the Lion King at the same point prior to its debut. Now, what's actually bringing Snow White down this much is that no one wants to pre-order these tickets. Now, I think people are waiting for audience scores to know whether they would go take their families to go see this film. And it starts comparing Snow White's ticket sales to Maleficent 2. Maleficent 2, as much as Maleficent is still my best live adaptation of all time that Disney has done in recent time, I love the two Maleficent films. The Maleficent 2 did not open very well in its first weekend. That's one of the things that caused the film not to perform very well overall. So what's happening here is that he's comparing Snow White's first ticket sales for this coming weekend against Maleficent 2. And he also says it's opening closer to Dumbo. Now remember, Dumbo opened to around 40 million plus in its first weekend. So he says that unless there is some magical change in people's mind, this will end up being one of the worst openings Disney has ever had for a live adaptation project. And that's if the film opens anywhere in the 30 million plus. So this is the official numbers now we can expect. The Thursday numbers have not yet come out. I expect it to pop out in, let's say, I wouldn't even say 4 hours, maybe 3 hours from now. I'm expecting the official US preview numbers for Thursday. I need to see that. The only thing is that I will cover that tomorrow. I can't cover that today again, but the Thursday numbers will come out in 3 hours, and I expect it to be in the $5 to $7 million Thursday previews. That's my own estimation, and if it opens around that, then it means it's definitely going to struggle to get to $40 million in this particular weekend. But time will tell. I will just have to wait for the Thursday numbers to pop out in the next few hours. I hope you guys have enjoyed this box office analysis. Please make sure you smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Follow us here. I'll see you guys very much next time.